Hello. This short video is going to introduce to you your first experience with Suyra Namaskar A, Sun Salutation. We will explore simply the movements of how to work through this very simple asana practice. So anyone who is tempted to dive into learning some of the basic practices of yoga, entering into the sun salutations is a perfect start. So today I will work through a couple sequences of the Suyra Namaskar A. The first one, we'll just break down how it works, the movement. Then the second one, I will incorporate the directions of breath for your inhale and your exhale. And then we will do two more after that, just fluidly practicing through the full sun salutation together. So let's get started. We will come to standing at the front of your mat. Today, we don't need any props, we just need a mat. So our feet are going to be hip distance apart. We're going to invite our palms open towards the front of the room. Our neck is soft, our jaw is soft. And we're going to start at the base of our feet today. We're going to press down into the center of our heels, ball mound of our big toe, ball mound of our pinky toe, really rooting that energy down into the earth. At the same time, enliven the inner arches of your feet, that midline of the body, engage the inner thighs, your pelvic floor, roll open through the heart and the chest. Try not to pop open your ribs. Keep your tailbone slightly tucked. So let's inhale our arms all the way up towards the sky and take your gaze softly up. Palms facing one another, shoulder blades pressing down. Hands together at the heart. Bring them down in front of you. And we're going to forward fold together here as we bring our fingertips to the floor. Keep our knees slightly bent and release the head. We are going to inhale ourselves halfway up here, so that means straightening the legs softly. Keep your fingertips to the floor or to your shins. Press softly into the shins so that you can lengthen that side body. Draw your belly button up towards the back spine and gaze slightly down beyond your nose. Then softly bend the knees, come back down into a forward fold, fingertips to the earth. Knees are softly bent here to protect those hamstrings. From here, place the hands on your mat and step yourself back into downward dog. Your feet are going to be about shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider. Take a gaze up at your fingertips, making sure that your middle finger is pointing straight ahead, that you're pressing deeply down into the ball mound of your thumb and into the base of your palm, and lengthen through the elbows. Draw your shoulder blades down the back body and release the head. And from here, invite your heels up towards the sky and bend your knees. Again, just allowing that protection to the lower back, to the back of the legs. And release the head and neck. And from here, draw each heel softly down towards your mat, starting to straighten the legs out. Press the thigh bones towards the back of the room. And then from here, invite yourself forward into a plank position, and you may need to softly step those feet back and bring yourself into a full plank or a modified plank. So never be afraid to modify your practice if it doesn't feel right for you. Then we're going to draw those elbows slightly in as you bend all the way down. Rest the belly to the floor, gaze down at your mat. Roll the shoulder blades back and really consciously squeeze your shoulder blades together and either invite yourself into a cobra or press into the hands and rise all the way up into upward dog. Drop the front pelvis. And you're going to bend your knees here, curl the toes, press into the hands and lift the sit bones yet again as you come back into your downward dog. Bend those knees, lift the heels up, press the arms long, shoulder blades down. Beautiful. And then take a gaze towards your fingertips and simply walk your toes to meet your hands at the front of your mat. Hip distance apart with your feet. Forward fold, fingertips to the mat. Inhale halfway up. And exhale back down. And then come all the way up. Raise those arms high. Hands together and bring them down through to heart center. Rooting back down into your feet, standing tall in your mountain pose. Okay, so that was beautifully done as we just instruct through each of the postures within the sun salutation. So let's incorporate the inhale and the exhale this time. And we're going to see the difference in our movement as we start to invite in the breath. Okay, so here we go. Feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Palms facing one another. Bring the hands together. Exhale, bring your hands through to heart center, bend those knees, and we're going to forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, long spine. Exhale, softly bend the knees. This time, place your hands fully on the mat and step yourself back into downward dog. Inhale yourself into plank, inviting the modification if you need to. Exhale, drop the knees, lower the belly. Roll the shoulder blades back, and then inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, bend your knees, curl your toes, lift into downward dog. Take it, inhale, and then exhale. In your downward dog. Your next inhale, gaze towards those fingertips and walk the toes to meet the hands. Forward fold, bend your knees. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise the arms tall, reach towards the sky. Hands together, exhale. Samastitihi, standing in mountain pose. So that's incorporating the breath. We're going to do that again. And then the final one, I'm just going to guide you just with the breath. So this next one, we're going to do exactly as we did before. And then we're going to do one more, just with the guided breath. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway up, long spine. And then exhale, place the hands on the mat. Step yourself back into downward dog. Feet are hip distance or shoulder distance apart. Release the head. Inhale yourself into plank. Wiggle those feet back. Get length in the spine. And exhale, bend those elbows. Release the belly to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the sit bones, downward dog. One full breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, take your gaze towards your hands and walk your toes. Forward, forward fold. Bend those knees. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Bring those hands together above the head and exhale. Hands to heart center. Samastitihi, standing in mountain pose. Beautifully done. All right, last one. Let's just work through with breath. Inhale. Exhale. 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 Standing in mountain pose here, just a breath. And then exhale to release. So this is a great introduction to movement in the morning when you wake up. So if you don't have time for a full asana practice or getting on your mat and doing a full 60-minute sequence, 5 sun salutations is a perfect awakening for your day. It's a full body movement. So I invite you to check that out, download this video, and just continue to reflect back on it if you need to practice. And always remember that you can join me in my studio. Just visit bluebayfield.com, BLUBAYFIELD.com. And I hope you have a great day.